Today's lesson is on 4.4, graphing a function rule. Our goal for today is to graph equations that represent functions. So the way you're going to be graphing is by making a table. So if you notice number 1, I have y equals x minus 3. So this is my function. The way I'm going to graph by making a table is I pick 4 values for x. They can be any values you want, but my suggestion is to keep them around 0. So make them small numbers so we make sure that we fit everything in our coordinate plane. So I'm going to use -1, 0, 1, and 2. So it gives me numbers that are around 0. What you are going to do is you are going to plug in the value of x. So in this case, in my function y equals x minus 3, this would be y equals -1 minus 3. Well, -1 minus 3 is -4. So my y value is -4. Now this is an ordered pair. It tells me that when I plug in -1 for x, I get -4 for y. So I would do the same thing with the next x value that I picked. I do y equals 0 minus 3. Well, 0 minus 3 is -3. So my ordered pair is 0, -3. So again, I do it for 1. Y equals 1 minus 3. Well, 1 minus 3 is -2. So I get 1, -2. This one, y equals 2 minus 3. 2 minus 3 is -1. So I get my ordered pair 2, -1. Once I have my 4 ordered pairs, I'm going to plot them on my graph. So I start at -1, -4. And I make a point. I have 0, -3, 1, -2, and 2, -1. Now, when you graph a function by making a table and they're linear, you should always make a straight line. If you plot your points and you don't get a straight line, it means that you did something wrong. Once you get your line, you should always draw a line to connect the dots. I know my line is kind of bad, sorry. It's hard to draw on my Smart Slate. So let's look at another example. Here we have y equals -1/2 x plus 2. For this one, again, I can pick any 4 values of x I want. I'm going to pick even numbers so that I don't have any fractions. So I'm going to use -2, 0, 2, and 4. So I do just like I did in the last problem. Y equals -1/2 times -2 plus 2. So I plugged in -2 for x. -1/2 times -2 is +1. 1 plus 2 is 3. So my y value is 3. So my ordered pair, I plug in -2, I get 3. So I do it again for 0. Y equals -1/2 times 0 plus 2. Well, -1/2 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 2 is 2. So I get 0, 2. Next one. Y equals -1/2 times 2 plus 2. So -1/2 times 2 is -1. -1 plus 2 is 1. So I get 2, 1. Now this one, y equals -1/2 times 4 plus 2. Well, -1/2 times 4 is -2. -2 plus 2 is 0. So I have 4, 0. So again, once I fill out my table, I can plot my points. I have negative 2, 3, 0, 2, 2, 1, and 4, 0. This makes a straight line, so I connect the dots. Again, sorry, when I graph, it's going to look bad when I connect the dots. But that would be my graph. Now, we're done with 4.4. So make sure you do the Google form, and I will see you